Hey, what's happening? You're watching Toon Army TV, back with the match preview, the last one of this Premier League season. It's been a roller coaster, but it has to come to an end eventually. And Newcastle take on Burnley at Turf Moor, a 4 o'clock kick-off. Everyone kicks off at the same time, and there's a lot riding on this game. In terms of Burnley, they need to get a result and better Leeds' as a result in order to stay in the Premier League. If they don't get the victory tomorrow, depending on what Leeds do, they could go down to the Championship. In terms of ourselves, well, we've got nothing to play for except for a top 10 finish and just finishing as high as possible, if you like. It's not the end of the world if we don't get 10th place, but we need to go down to Burnley and give a good account of ourselves. We can't go down there and give Burnley too much respect and sort of feel sorry for them that they're in a relegation battle. As Eddie Howe said in his press conference on Friday, we have to remain professional because other sides wouldn't do that for us if we were in trouble. So we need to go down there and give our fans something to shout about for the final time. We go into the Burnley game full of confidence after beating Arsenal 2-0 at St James's Park on Monday night. A fantastic performance, one of the best home games of the season in my opinion, and the atmosphere was fantastic. It's going to be exactly the same down at Turf Moor tomorrow afternoon, and if we can replicate that performance tomorrow against Burnley that we did against Arsenal, then there's no doubt we can win this match. We can't put Burnley aside, but as said, it's going to be tense, for Burnley, that they're still, looking to try and keep their Premier League status alive for another season at least. Eddie Howe said that, there will be changes to the side, but there will not be fringe players playing in this game. Now, he wants to, play the strongest possible side, and players are still playing for their future, so they will have to give a good performance tomorrow afternoon, and it's important that they don't let any standards drop, because that could be the difference between playing for us next season or being at a different club, potentially lower down. We've got a decent little record against Burnley, beating them back at St James's Park 1-0. That's where it all began, where we got our first win of the season. That kicked everything off. And down at Turf Moor, we did beat them last season, so we know what it takes to go and beat Burnley. I do expect, as I said, Eddie Howe to play the strongest possible side, very similar to the one that played against Arsenal on Monday night. And I feel like we'll just go for it. We need to just stay pro for the whole 90 minutes and just end the season on a high. As said, we need to just give everything on that pitch. I am joined by my girlfriend Joanna for the game. What do you think going into the last game of the season against Burnley?
I'm thinking the lads will win 2-0. I do want them to win, but then again, I want them to draw as well at the same time, just to give Burnley the chance to stay up.
So she wants Burnley to stay in the Premier League and Leeds United to go down. I am actually on the same wavelength as Joanna. I believe that we can keep Burnley in the Premier League. It's not about us trying to do that, if you like, but I want Burnley to stop it, because they don't spend a lot of money and they do things correctly. And talking of Burnley, I feel like they've had some sort of resurrection under Mike Jackson. He's done a very good job stepping in when Sean Dyche was sacked. I even believed when he got the sack it was not the right call at the time, and I still believe now it wasn't the right call, even though Mike Jackson's picked up some results and he's given Burnley that fighting chance on the final day. I feel like the football is probably better under him now. They're more expressive, they're better in terms of creating chances, and the score goals. They have that say no die attitude. They're always in the match, just like they did against Aston Villa on Thursday night when they got that 1-1 draw. Yeah, fair enough, they probably should have won it, but that grind, that result. I felt like Sean Dyche done a fantastic job at Burnley. He should have been there till the end of the season to see it out, but unfortunately I'm not the Burnley owner. They say different, but I feel like he's done a fantastic job, and Eddie Howe said that in his press conference, that he deserves a lot of credit for trying to pick up the lads where they were in massive trouble. I just hope for their sake they do stay up for next season. I feel like Leeds, they've got it badly wrong this season, with Bielsa, poor recruitment, and they concede too many goals. but I feel like with Burnley they're very resolute in terms of how they play. And yeah, it won't be the easiest game tomorrow. I'm not saying that we're going to go to Turf Moor and absolutely steamroll them. It'll be a challenge, but it's a challenge that we welcome, and it'll just test our lads' mettle that Burnley are in a game. And yeah, I'm under no illusions that it will be tough, but it's how we express ourselves, and I feel like Burnley will want to give the fans something to shout about to stay in the Premier League, so they know what's at stake. As said, I'm really looking forward to the game. I'm really looking forward to the final games of the season. It is sad that the season is coming to an end, but as said, it has to eventually. I think it's been a cracking season, whatever happens tomorrow at Turf Moor. Can we finish on 49 points? Yes, we can, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. But anyway, that's been the preview for this game against Burnley at Turf Moor. Let me know your thoughts going into the game. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. It takes literally 2 seconds to do that, and as I said, put your comments down below. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I'll see you back for the review tomorrow evening. Take care, enjoy the game, and how are the lads. And my prediction also is a 2-1 win to Newcastle.